What's up, kings and queens? Welcome back to my channel. Eva Monroe here. Thank you guys so much for joining me on my channel today. So, if you're new to my channel, stop watching my videos without hitting the subscribe button. I'll be seeing you. So today, I realized that I have never done a video of what I wore this week video. So, I'm going to share with you guys 7 fragrances that I dug out of my collection to try out in the past 7 days that I have previously never really given a great shot. So here we go. So the first fragrance that I chose, and I'm going to let you know if these are a pump it or dump it for me. So the first fragrance is hands down a pump it for me. It is Amouage Lyric Man. Oh, this is just greatness all over the place. This is a beautiful rose. It's citrus. It's sexy as hell on me, but it's sexy as hell on a man. This is I'm so glad to have this in my collection. This is just gorgeous. I wore this and I actually layered it with my Turkish rose body butter from the Body Shop, and it was greatness all over the place. So, Amouage Lyric Man. Now, the next day, I chose my fragrance. I wanted to choose a fragrance that I was trying to decide if I was actually going to be relieving it of its duties in my collection. This is why I don't get rid of fragrances, because this, ladies and gentlemen, by Kilian, Love the Way You Feel. And when I wore this, I was loving the way I smell. This is coconut goodness. I did a diss video on this fragrance. If you remember, if you've seen any of my videos, I must formally apologize to Mr. Kilian Hennessy. I'm sorry. This is greatness. This is better than Tropicana suntan lotion. And again, that's why I don't get rid of my bottles, because you never know when you come back to stuff. You may fall in love with it when you hated it in the beginning. So, Love the Way You Feel. That was day 2. Now, day 3, contrary to popular belief, if you're a seasonal freak, you're not going to like this. This is, and if you don't like clones, you're probably going to be exiting this video now, but this is a clone, and this is Alexandria Fragrances Burj Khalifa. This is the clone to Roja Dove's Amber Oud. This can't be described. This is like clean water, but this is gorgeous. This can now be deemed as my most complimented fragrance. I wore this on a night out. I actually went to the cigar bar and I was killing them softly. I was. Every time I walked past someone, I stood next to a gentleman at the bar. He was like, "Oh my God, you smell so good." The man at the gas station, the people in the cigar store, this was killing it. So, wouldn't really be deemed as a summertime fragrance, but you guys, I know that there are bylaws and things like that in Fragcom that say, don't wear this in the winter, don't wear this in the summer. Wear whatever the hell you want to wear, whenever the hell you want to wear it, because it depends on so many things. Where are you going? What are you doing? Are you going to be in the air conditioning? Are you going to be out on the beach where it's 100 degrees? Think about the people who live in places like Florida and Hawaii and Jamaica. They don't have winter. So what, they don't get to wear heavy hitters? I don't think so. It depends on a lot. So do you, because I always do me. So Alexandria Fragrances Burj Khalifa. Now, my 4th choice is definitely going to be a dump for me. And it is because if you have been watching my videos long enough, you know that I'm not really here for the whole typical girly girl sweet thing. I don't really care for that. And this is Jimmy Choo Fever. Jimmy has a whole lot of fragrances, and this is the only one that I actually have in my collection. And it hasn't even been intentional. I have just never bought any Jimmy Choo fragrances. And now I know why. This is sweet. It's girly. It's kind of, when I spray it in the air like that, I get a little bit of hypnotic Dior kind of upon first impression, but fruity, sweet, girly, definitely a pass for me. Probably won't reach for it ever again. So, Jimmy Choo fever. Now, this next one is going to catch you guys off guard because I'm not really a Cody Wild Musk type of chick anymore. But this fragrance takes me so far back to my youth, it's ridiculous. And I found this for $9 at Ross, and it is Sand and Sable. You guys, I was so excited to wear this. Every time I smelled myself, I kept thinking about my youth. So sometimes it's nice to be able to dig those old school fragrances out and try them out. You know, I have a thing for tuberose, and Sand and Sable is a tuberose bomb. And apparently, I have had a thing for tuberose since I was a little girl, and I didn't even know what tuberose was. But I used to love this. Now, let's take a moment to be honest. This is a little more synthetic than I remember it being. They've done something different here. It goes really synthetic on my skin, and the longevity is definitely not there. To start out with, it's very nice, very Sand and Sable, definitely a tuberose bomb. When I first smelled it, it kind of kicked off this scent memory of Ramon Monegal, Kiss My Name. Very similar, but the dry down of this is just very synthetic. So I liked it. If I want to go back to my youth again, maybe I'll break it out again. I may try and layer it with another tuberose fragrance, but Sand and Sable. So now the sixth fragrance is going to be a dump for me, a pass. And it is Jour Hermes Absolu. Now, when I got this, I loved it. I actually got it in the wintertime, but I smelled it and I was so geeked to be able to wear it this summer. Grapefruit, I want to say gardenia. It starts out like a citrusy blast. It's very, okay, yeah. It's very awakening. It's very nice. I'm not even going to edit that out. But the dry down of this is just very musky, and I really wasn't feeling the dry down. Now, it stayed with me. The longevity was great. It stayed on my skin for like 8+ hours. In fact, when I was sick of it, because it just got to be like just musk. And so I didn't even bother to reapply, but the top of this fragrance is gorgeous. The dry down, very mundane in my opinion. So Jour Hermes Absolu, gonna be a no for me. So now my last fragrance that I reached for in the past week, you guys know I love a weird fragrance. I love stuff that smells different. I don't want to smell like everybody else. And if you don't want to smell like everybody else in the office, Mugler Aura. A friend of mine bought this and hated it and actually returned it. And later on, I smelled it and I was like, I freaking love this. It's like sour, a little sour, but it's sweet. It might be some green apple or something in there. I don't know. I need to look the notes up. Upon first spray, what it really makes me think of is Dolce & Gabbana 3 Limpartis. So maybe there's rhubarb in here or something. I don't know, but I love it because I love a strange fragrance. Mugler Aura. So there you have it. Those were the 7 fragrances that I reached for this week. And again, thank you guys so much for joining me here on my channel. Like I said, if you're watching my video, then it just takes a second to hit the bell. So until I see you guys again, be blessed and bye for now.